What's up? We are back, the JetSet podcast. We are going to get into combine prospects. Sauce has a new girlfriend. I don't know. We'll get into it for sure. But yeah, no, a quarterback carousel going around. Hey, this is the off season. This is what we're here excited for. So we're gonna get into it today. Let's get it. Ready.
Ready,
Jet
jet
set.
set,
Go.
Go, 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 go. No to the mall.
Loud one down the right side at the goal line, leaving attempt. Oh, it's free ball. Oh, it's a jet
Never too
touchdown.
nose. Pat my bags and go, 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 go. Serve me the brick at the stove. Looking like a track in the post. Go, 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 go. From the hills to the moon. Yeah, baby, yeah, we go like don't go. Yeah, in this world, everything's so more. Yeah, behind this wall, there is no photos. Jump on this bitch, go, go, yeah. Across my neck, yeah, go, go. I giant, oh, hey, yeah, Ocho. I need some more, hey, yeah, pronto, pronto. Jumped out the coupe.
Knocked away by Sauce Gardner.
Smoking cookie in Atlanta, everyone you like recreation. You already know we made it. We ain't even gotta say shit. Some of the trap will lick, some of the trap will make it. Junior say I'll bring the payout, bring the payout.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It is your boy Brian, aka Take Flight underscore today, with my dog each and every week, Alan, aka nyjetsplanet, and we are back for another Jets off season. This is where we typically shine. This team, we are officially in the off season, post Super Bowl. We're locked in the combine. We're locked into big news surrounding our roster, roster moves. We have a lot of young pieces on the team that are looking for extensions. So, I mean, this is the most exciting time to be a Jets fan, in my opinion, and most Jets fans' opinion for sure. But Alan, how you feeling coming into this week? Combine starts. Where's your head at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good. Am I frozen?
No, you're good. You're good to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, say you're frozen on my end, but
No.
yeah, I'm overall excited about the fresh start that we're getting. I think we saw
Yeah.
a lot of it in not only Glenn's introductory conference, but I know he spoke yesterday, and he just brings like this different level of like confidence, I would say, to the head coaching position. I always like it's one of those things like I just feel confident with him
Yeah.
at the realm of head coach. And he breeds that in there. I think it's going to help breed some confidence into the players, and hopefully we can confidently bring in some new players that can actually help us win some games. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited for right now, especially with the combine coming up. I guess we're already in the middle of the combine, but the official stuff starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, official combine drills and 40 times, and everybody that's locked into the TV for hours on end at a time. Just watching players kind of make a name for themselves and put it all out there. I mean, but there are some players, or I guess just one specific player who won't be participating in the combine, and that's Shador Sanders. A lot of people have been linking him to the Jets. Maybe it's been rumors, and of course around this time of the year, rumors go crazy, right? Uh, there's been rumors of the Jets trying to trade up to number 1 for Cam Ward. We might be. Muji said that we're open to trading back, as well.
Or up.
So yeah, back or up. It's really up in the air with what we're gonna do as far as draft moves. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see the combine too, and those press conferences from Aaron, Glenn, and Muji. to me, Muzi stood on business. He was saying like, hey, like we're not talking about this, that, and the third. Like this is what it is. We're moving forward. Regarding Aaron Rodgers, then our head coach, like you said, he comes up there and he exudes confidence, motivation. It's like every time he talks, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. But hopefully we our team can respond and kind of you know give us that same energy on the field this year. But yeah, no, it's another year where we're heading into an off season with all these rumors, all of these different opinions on what the Jets should do in the draft. And yeah, you know we are
Yeah.
we are back with it. What's up, Johnny? Our boy Johnny in the chat. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and real quick to your point, because I think
What's up?
Glenn
What's
said
up?
something very, very key yesterday,
Hmm.
and it was along the lines of like everyone keeps talking about the quarterback position, but no one's talking enough about just the players we already have in the room.
Yeah.
And I feel like it talked a lot about his philosophy, which is
Hmm.
it's similar to what Detroit did, which is make a really good roster, kind of uplift your quarterback, and not the other way around.
Yeah.
So I'm curious on like how they go about solving that quarterback position. I do. I mean, we don't know. Maybe they do go and trade it for Cam Ward, but I did feel like it gave me more of the sense of, hey, we're gonna go and just get uh maybe a quarterback in free agency and really go in on trying to make this a really good roster so that basically any quarterback can come in and play. Because that's basically what they have in Detroit right now, where like it's golf right now, but I could generally feel like they could throw in about 80% of the quarterbacks in the league and still be
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I definitely agree. And yeah. No. I like that point that he made too. That it's not just about the quarterback. Y'all keep asking us about Aaron Rodgers and what we're doing at quarterback. He listed people. He listed Vera Tucker. Quincy. Um. Who else was his name? He named Titman as well
Yep. Yep.
as guys who are leaders on this team. And that was good to see because he's given the guys that are here their credit, but also letting everybody know that it takes more than one position to build a good culture, a good team. So that was good to hear, especially as a Jets fan. uh you know and of course with us, we're always worried about the quarterback, and that's been our Achilles heel for the last, well, forever, to be honest. Let's just be honest. It's
Yeah.
never been a thing. It's never been consistency at that position. I look at other franchises and I see their starting quarterbacks like 10 years in like regimes, and I'm just like, wow, like they really had, like, the Packers, literally. They've had like three starting quarterbacks over the last like couple of decades. That's kind of crazy. Not, just like I guess franchise guys, but and we're still out here swinging for the fences trying to get our guy. So, that
Yeah,
that, that,
but
that
I
could be
think
Cam, that could be Shador, that could be whoever. But yeah.
yeah, but like honestly, if you do look at a lot of the really great quarterbacks, they walked into some pretty solid situations.
Hmm.
Like Josh Allen, he walked into the Bills, who were a playoff team the year before. Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
walked into a playoff team before. Jordan Love, same thing.
Hmm.
It was really stable over there with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. I
Yeah.
do think it pretty much like almost any situation you can kind of think of where there's a great quarterback stemmed from there already being a really great situation there, and things seem to be figured out, and it wasn't too much relying on the quarterback. There's always exceptions like the C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels of the world,
Hmm.
but for the most part, it's been the rule for the most part. It's been pretty
Yeah.
consistent over the course of the NFL.
Yeah. So I mean, so yeah. To piggyback off of that, where do you feel like we should I guess which route should we take? Should we sign a quarterback in free agency?
Ooh.
Should we rock with Tyrod? Should we go all in, balls to the wall, draft a guy? Like, what what are you thinking? And honestly, it's really up in the air right now. But like I want to know your thoughts on where we should navigate that quarterback avenue. And if y'all have any thoughts about it too, drop it in the comments. We want to hear what y'all think as well. But yeah, nah, Alan, let me hear it.
Yeah, okay. So I think the first thing I would do is just scope, and obviously I'm not GM, so I don't really know what it would be, but I'll just scope out, well, how much does it cost to go to number one?
Mm-hmm.
Like just gotta go over all the crazy options. Like, how much does it cost to go to number one? How much does it cost to get maybe some solid quarterbacks in the league already, like a Kyler Murray, or name example quarterback that's in that, like, I don't know, phase but still young.
Yeah.
I have a feeling all of those, the cost is just too high. So I think what you end up going off on is get a free agent quarterback, whether that's a Kirk Cousins or a Justin Fields, and just draft a mid-round quarterback. I'm looking at a guy like Will Howard personally.
Yeah.
Has the height, has a lot of the intangibles there. Is he all the way there? Probably not. But you have a guy, and that's why I say like a Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields and Tyrod play very similarly.
Yeah.
And then you kind of have a guy that can kind of learn from the two. I think Tyrod's a really great quarterback to learn from in general. So I think it kind of gives you a, like, Tyrod and Justin Fields basically dueling it out for the starting position. And then you have Jordan Travis, who's still there, and then Will Howard kind of learning from them. And then you can kind of figure out in the offseason what you want to do with Jordan Travis from there. I know 4 quarterbacks seems like a lot, but
yeah,
like it's one of those things, like it's hard because you don't want to make a decision based on Jordan Travis just because he hasn't played in basically 2 years now.
Right.
So it's like you really have no, like, even if you love the player before, you have no clue who that player is today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you kind of have to operate as if, like, he doesn't make the roster, because otherwise you're going to shoot yourself in the butt.
Yeah, and it's like this like staff didn't draft him either, right? So it's like, what do they like? What loyalty do they really have to Jordan Travis? Going into this new phase, it's hard. It's hard to kind of assess that, but I think the only way we let go of Jordan Travis is, one, if he stinks it up in the preseason, right? If he just comes out there and it's just bad, it's just bad bump. Or two, we are set at quarterback. Like we found a guy and he's balling and he's doing all like and he's the guy. So yeah, it's hard to talk about Jordan Travis right now because, again, like you said, we haven't seen him play in 2 years. But me personally, I think we should just sign a quarterback. I would love to trade up for Cam Moore. That's the only quarterback I'd take in the first round. A lot of people have Jackson Dart, like at 7, or trading back and getting Dart. I do not want Dart. I'm good on Dart.
I don't either.
Yeah, especially because there's so many other quarterbacks you can take a flyer on later on in the later rounds. I really like. You mentioned Will Howard. I like Kyle McCord from Syracuse. Jets fan. He kind of plays with that chip on his shoulder, and I don't know. He wins games. He actually beat Cam Ward, and he just, I don't know. He has a moxie to him that from watching, it's just like, okay, you might have that chip that playing a quarterback in New York might need to play. Oh yeah, I lost my dog. But yeah, it's like I feel like no, you good. You good. But yeah, like Kyle McCord, I feel like is that guy. He's already in New York. He's in Syracuse. So, and his favorite player is Mark Sanchez because of the run that we had in 2010 and 2011. So that's always good to hear. I love.
Yeah, I hear you're the Jets fan.
Yeah, I love seeing former like Jet fans like come and play for us. So that's always good. Oh yeah, Stafford. Warren dropped this in the chat. Stafford and Eric Wilson would probably go crazy. And look, I agree. I agree they would. It's just the number to get him or to trade for him. I don't know if we have that ammo to really, you know what I'm saying,
No, I
really go
agree.
after
I
him.
heard some Raiders fans talking about going from they're at 6 and they're trading all the way back till like the Rams are like 20 something, like swapping that and then still giving them the third on top of that. I was like, I couldn't do that. No disrespect to Stafford, but you still got to pay him his salary as well. It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the Rams are asking for they're trying to get the king's ransom for Stafford. And
Yeah,
I
while they
mean,
can.
yeah, exactly. Why they can. I mean, and Stafford is nice. Like if I were to take any quarterback over 30 right now, Stafford would be my first choice for sure. I mean, we do have Tyrod on the team right now, and he's over 30. He's like what 33, 34 years old. You know, I'll say I'll take Stafford, but it's just if I had to choose, I want to see a dual threat guy back there, whether that's Tyrod, whether that's Justin Fields, whether that's Cam Ward. Like that's what I want to see. I feel like we have to go back to our running game. Like we have to tap
Yeah,
into, you know, ground and pound, and we've always been a good football team when we're able to run the ball. And this past year, we told Aaron Rodgers to throw it 50 times a game, and that wasn't working out for us. So we have a few good running backs. Let's use them. You know?
yeah, and it's a lot easier to run the ball once a defense has to worry about the quarterback as well.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you talk about those option plays, like when you have to worry about basically everything whenever there's
Hmm.
a handoff happening. There's a hesitation you have on defense because you don't want to bite too hard, and then now the quarterback's killing you on that. So I think it'll
Yeah.
open up some big runs for Brees, especially. I think our offensive line is pretty much perfect for an option offense now,
Hmm.
especially really absurd passing blocking. So right now, I still think we need well, obviously we need a right tackle, but
Yeah.
I think we're starting. The pieces are starting to get there. We're just about a couple pieces away, honestly.
Yeah. Speaking of pieces, one of our cornerstone young pieces, dropped today that well, again, rumors, right? And I think this was a made up rumor from the jump, but uh apparently Garrett Wilson is more happy right now that Aaron Rodgers is not coming back, and he wants an extension. I personally think that the whole, you know, I want to be traded if Aaron Rodgers isn't here. That was made up because Aaron Rodgers was already kind of out the door. So why not put this out there and then, um, follow it up with now Garrett wants, his his extension, right? And I mean, rightfully so. Garrett is like probably the fan favorite right now, arguably. I don't see anybody that's competing with him for the fan favorite on this team, but
Yeah,
he's a dog, and he deserves every penny. And every fan has been advocating for him to get paid. So, hey, I'm with it. Um, apparently he's asking for like north of 25 mil per year.
that's fair though.
That's fair. He's top 5 under 25 to me.
Yeah, and DJ Moore gets what, 27.5 mil.
Yeah, and he's over 25. He's
Yeah,
older.
oh
He
yeah.
should be.
I don't know. I think he's like 28, 29 now.
Yeah, I was about to say he's around there. But I know
Double
Jamar
check.
Chase is 24. I know Justin Jefferson is 25, and CeeDee Lamb I think might be older than 25. So uh I can't really. Puka is maybe the only other one, but we'll see how he does without Stafford this year. Now, if Rodgers goes to LA and becomes a Ram, Puka might he might stay up there in the ranks, but
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, Garrett Wilson,
Yeah. Honestly,
pay,
yeah.
pay that man. Pay that man.
Yeah. I think especially if you can get away with 25, like it might look like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of money. Like we're paying him top 5 money, but in about 4 years, that price is gonna look like a freaking steal.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you can get it done before the Chase deal comes out, because that deal is gonna definitely make things a lot harder.
But I mean, Chase, it's like you can't even like compare. Like when you look at just pure numbers, it's like whatever Chase gets, you can't even ask for more than that. Like because
No, but it can still make that, like, let's say Garrett would be okay with doing 27. If Chase gets 40 million, that changes the entire game.
yeah, then Garrett's gonna
It
ask for
changes
like
everything.
30,
Like now it's like,
32.
all right, I want 30 or 30
Yeah,
plus. And it's like,
I'm
oh
at
crap.
32.
Because
Uh,
because it's like, I'm not on Chase's level, but I'm not that far off. And it's like,
yeah,
dang.
I ain't that. I done had 7 quarterbacks. Chase has had one. It's because college quarterback. Get
Yeah.
my college quarterback here and see what's gonna
College
happen.
quarterback. That's like, oh man, how old is? The only thing is Jamar Chase is around the same age though.
Yeah, no, he's 24. He's the same
Yeah,
age
they're
as
both
Garrett.
24. That's the
Yeah,
crazy part.
that's
Shit,
crazy. That's crazy. I
that
mean,
that's insane.
it was Jamar Chase drafted 1 year, and then Garrett was
Yeah,
drafted like the next year. So,
yeah,
but hey, Jamar's had his college quarterback with him in the league this whole time. Let's go
yeah.
ahead and get Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson back on the same team. I feel like that's
Let's
just
get it all together, man.
yeah,
Let's get
all of them.
Olave. I'm telling
Olave
you,
too.
we could be
Yeah.
the New York Buckeyes, man.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Get Olave. We already have Rucker. Rucker
Yeah,
was Justin Fields tight end too. So
yeah,
like we might as well. And we're definitely in the market for a cornerback, a DB as
mhm.
well. Jair Alexander is now on the trading block. I'm not too crazy, about him, but that would be nasty. Him and Sauce.
Shit.
Um,
What
and
happened to him, man?
he's very no. I mean, no, he's still a dog. Jair Sanders is still a dog. He just might miss a few games here and there throughout the season, but when he's out there, he's getting picks.
Yeah, but
He's
I
getting,
remember he was solidified like a top 3 corner. Now I wouldn't
Mhm.
call him a top 3, maybe. I don't even know about top 5, top 10.
Well, yeah, no, top 10 for sure. It's just
Yeah.
like his thing is he never plays a full season, right?
Yeah.
He always has some little injury, some little something. So, but right now, I think the rest of his contract is like 3 years, like 28 mil. So he's a very tradable piece, you know. So,
Yeah.
I mean, look, yeah, I mean, we're gonna be in the market for a corner. I like Will Johnson from Michigan. If we stay at 7 and he's there at 7, why not
Mhm.
draft it? Why not draft a young DB, learn under sauce? Yeah,
I
it's so many options.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Well,
Taking
I agree with your concept of getting a corner somewhere. I just
yeah,
don't agree with the first round. Actually, I don't even mind Will Johnson. Granted, he did have some injury concerns this past year, but
yeah,
I really think they have a really good, especially if you're gonna go out with a quarterback like Justin Fields. You know, take this offense to the next level. We'll get a guy that's going to change the dynamic on offense. You're gonna lose Tay. There's
hmm
not really a wide receiver you can replace him with. I say either get Tyler Warren or McMillan.
mm.
That's my stance
Tyler,
as of today.
Tyler Warren would be tough. Tyler Warren would be very
Yeah,
tough.
I'm talking about like someone like you have Garrett, you have Brees. I think you need one more receiver to kind of
hmm
really keep things open. It doesn't have to be like Tay was like, he had a really good connection with Garrett. I think
hmm
you want someone that's going to complement the offense a little bit more. I said Tay was really good with Gary. Tay was really good with Rodgers.
Yeah.
Um, but like I think Warren and Garrett can kind of play off each other. Like someone has a good ish quarter or whatever. Now you can use the other one. But regardless, you have two young players that like now you're getting close to that part of being a quarterback away where you can just throw in a elite quarterback. Like it doesn't have to be an elite quarterback, but you throw in a good quarterback, and now you're saying that's a playoff team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like McMillan out of Arizona as well.
Yep.
Um, I'm telling you that seven spot, man, it just is so it's so intriguing because one, people are gonna reach above us in that top five for somebody that that they want. I feel like the Raiders might make a splash. Um, I think they either go quarterback or they might just draft Genty or like somebody like that.
Oh
Something
man,
something
that'd be
something that's
insane.
something that's gonna push players down right into that 7 to 12 range. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna it might be so many options on the table that we just have to trade back, right? So I mean,
You
I
know what it
would,
is though?
yeah,
I think, and I'm never necessarily against trading back. I just always think it's easier said than done because in
yeah,
order for you to trade back, there has to be someone there that a team really loves, And
hmm,
I think we're in a weird situation that I'm like, I don't really know if there's gonna be anyone that like a team loves and doesn't think they can get them a couple picks later.
yeah,
Because like after like the two quarterbacks, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, I'm not gonna lie, it's like you can't really guess the order of the draft. Um,
hmm,
it's pretty much your guess is as good as mine. Like maybe Dart, but like no one's trading to our pick for Dart. If anything, they're trading ahead of us for Dart.
whoever wants Dart, they can come get it for at number
That's
seven.
what I'm saying. But like at the end of the day, like if someone's like looking at it, like who's behind us? I can't even
Who is
think who's
behind
behind us right now.
it?
But regardless, like we're the last QB needy team in the top 10.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
So
And if we can
there's
take care of
no
the quarterback, so if we can take care of the quarterback before the draft, that would be amazing. And
yeah,
yeah, so yeah, I mean, it just depends on the teams in the spots 8 through 12, maybe
yep,
8 through kind of 14.
yeah,
Uh, seeing what their needs are because if somebody needs a D tackle, Mason Graham might be there. Will Johnson, if they need a DB, they need a receiver. McMillan's there, so we can kind of play with options. And if we get
yeah.
Olave, if we do get Olave, um, you know, we might not be like that pressed for a receiver, but I do feel like we do need to
No, yeah, I agree with that too.
like we definitely need to like upgrade the receiver room for sure because we're losing Devontae and Alan Lazard, right? So
Are we losing Lazard, or is he? Uh, let's just say the
just
addition is him leaving it on his own.
yeah, I guess. I mean, he knows that any other quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers, it's a wrap. I mean, his next team might be without Aaron Rodgers, but you know, we will definitely be in the market for a receiver via trade. I'm not sure of any free agent. I mean, honest. Oh,
There's
so
Debo.
Tim Patrick, Lions
Yeah, I've heard
connection.
Tim Patrick.
He might be a good third option out here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I can see that.
yeah, yeah. So
Especially get him on a decent deal. I think just like free agency is going to it kind of shows everyone like for the most part it shows everyone where their cards are because you always leave certain holes like glaringly open that it's like okay this team's gonna have to address that in the draft. And I think the Raiders are a good starting place. Like I
mhm.
know they're fighting hard for Stafford right now, and they've been linked a lot to Darnold. So I'm curious if
Yeah,
they end up with either one of those. If they don't end up with either one, I kind of assume they're going to be aggressive in taking a quarterback.
yeah, yeah. The Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Raiders definitely. They're they're gonna be one of those teams to watch during the draft because Tom Brady. I feel like he might try to make a splash. He might try
yeah,
to do something a little crazy.
Yeah, I see them definitely taking a splash. I don't know how that what or how the splash is going to be. I think that's the
I
crazy part.
think
Like,
I think Russell Wilson goes to the Raiders. I think
yeah, I
Russ
can see
and
that too.
yeah, I think Russ and Pete, you know, reunite and they come on together and then they just figure it out from there. But
But what do the Steelers do though?
you're right.
Assuming, let's say we
Yeah,
got Justin Fields, it seems like that door's already closed anyways. But we got
yeah.
Justin Fields, and the Raiders go and get Russell Wilson. It leaves the Steelers in this weird spot where they have nobody now.
Maybe they trade up for a quarterback. Maybe they
Or
try
maybe
to
they get
look.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, maybe they get Dart.
Because it
Yeah,
does really, like, I'm not gonna lie, he does remind me a lot of Kenny Pickett.
he definitely does. Like Dart, like Loki. This draft reminds me of that draft with Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis. Who was the
Really?
other guy? Who's the other guy? Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, and it was another quarterback that year.
I
But
on the contrary, this draft reminds me a lot of that 2019 draft. It was like Kyler, Daniel Jones.
oh yeah,
Who else was in there? Dwayne Haskins. Like it
hmm
reminds me of that QB draft, like where like you have that one guy that's kind of far and away number one. I kind of
hmm
look at that as Cam Ward.
yeah.
I think Shador isn't going as high as he's currently projected to go.
hmm
So I could generally see him going. I don't know about. I don't think we're gonna take him, but I could see him going to 6 to like the Raiders, to be honest, or even 3 to the
Well, yeah,
Giants.
yeah. That would be
And then
tough.
I don't see Dart going top 10. I see a lot of hype, but I don't see it actually happening.
Dart better. I'm telling you, if Dart goes top 10, we better be the
Hope it's not
team.
us.
No. I'm saying like we better be the team that you know gets whatever we can for people who want him. Because I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We trade back, we get a Kelvin Banks. We
I
get
love Kevin Banks, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. No, me too.
I
I like
worry
him as
about
a
his
top.
injury history, but as a
Yeah.
pure, player, I like him. I know everyone likes what's his name? What's his
Will
last name?
Campbell.
Yes, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. Yeah.
I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of love for him. I did
Yeah.
not like his tape personally.
I saw him going like top 5.
Yeah, I know. Like they a lot of people were saying like the Pats might take him. I could see it.
I hope so.
It's just not something I would do.
I
So I'm
hope
like,
so. I
they
hope they
I was
do.
like sometimes I feel like we just look at like, okay, cool, this guy's being drafted high for a long time, and they just say, all right,
Mm.
cool, take him. But and I don't think Will Campbell is going to be a bad candidate. I just don't see top 10. Like
People are
this is
sleeping
not
on
who.
Travis Hunter. Like he was the number one consensus, and now he's like, I feel like he's slowly like slipping under the radar, right?
I don't
And
know. I feel like that's more media. I think media just
yeah,
gets
yeah.
bored after a while and they like to switch stuff up. But I don't see a world where he doesn't
I'll
go
trade up. I'll trade up 2 spots for Travis
top
Hunter.
3. Yeah, I don't see a world where he doesn't go top 3 though. If
Nah,
he
I think I
somehow
think I think he slips
slips
out of the top 3.
past,
I think he slips out of the top
nah,
3.
I generally
Yeah.
I don't see it. Like even if Abdul Carter goes number 1, Cam Ward, I can't imagine like unless you're
No,
talking about 2
Shador at
teams
3.
go
Shador
QB.
at 3.
Okay, then fine, top 4, top 4.
Top 4. I
Yeah,
mean,
like assuming 2 teams got really desperate with a quarterback.
Patriots. I don't know if Variable and them are gonna be like, yeah, let's draft Travis Hunter. They'll be like, nah, get
Who
the.
else do you like if they draft
They got.
offensive linemen, they just give a gift? Because I like,
I think so.
gosh,
I
like
think they go for
I
Ronald.
can't imagine him. That would be really stupid in my opinion. I guess
I
like
mean,
okay, I'll say this: I can 100% promise you, there's no way in absolute heck the Jaguars will pass on him.
that's what I'm saying.
So
I'll trade up to 5.
he's not making that top 5. I would put
I'll trade
money
up.
on it.
I'll trade up to 5 for Travis Hunter.
I don't
The-
think
the-
they'd even
the-
let you. I don't think they would accept your call unless you're adding in like
But
a
look,
first. Or something.
if you're drafting Travis Hunter, you're drafting a cornerback. You trade 2 spots back. you still probably getting your cornerback in Will Johnson, who's a pure corner, right? That's the selling point that I would do. But if
That's fine and all.
yeah, I'm not
I
sure if
rather have
I'm,
Travis.
I'm not sure where our scouts are at with Travis Hunter, but if he's on the board at 5, you want to make a move, you want to do something crazy, trade up 2 spots, get Travis Hunter, let the Jags get their corner, because it's probably 2 corners going top 10 in this draft. So, and I've seen mocks where the Jags choose Will Johnson as well. So, we'll see.
I,
I
I'll say
I hope
this.
that yeah.
I don't think I have been. Okay, actually, let me say this. I don't think I'm as sure of a player as I am about Travis Hunter in this draft class.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you, like, his floor is just very, very high. It doesn't matter wide receiver or cornerback. I generally do think he's just gonna ball. Like, I think, like, like everyone, like, granted, like, I don't even know how Shador gets the hype he has, but I credit a lot of Colorado's turnaround from last year to this year to Travis, in my opinion.
Me too. That's the only person who's throwing touchdowns to. I mean, not
Yeah, like,
really, but what's his name? Horn, Joey Horn Jr. He's pretty good.
yeah. I mean, they have some decent receivers. They had a shitty O line. Shador held the ball a lot, so it didn't really help the O line either. But I generally think, like, if you can get Travis in there playing one position, mind you, like, he's had the spotlight on him coming out of college. He went over there, like just looking at like what he did, like going to Jacksonville State, like he didn't have to go to Jacksonville State.
Mm-hmm.
Made it to Colorado. He's just a good person. Even when Shador was doing all that Twitter stuff, like you didn't really see Travis doing a lot of that stuff. Like I think anyone was like the glue to the Sanders mess. Travis was that, man. I would shit. If someone was offering, I would do it.
Yeah, no. Look, get Travis Hunter and next to Sauce Gardner out here.
Man.
Put him on offense whenever kind of want to
Yeah,
take
like you
some
just need
up.
him on offense, like a couple plays. I don't need him in there all game. I got Garrett. I think we're like honestly, I think we're one of the more perfect teams for him, especially because we have a coach that was a player.
Yeah.
So I
And
think he'll know, like,
we have a
all
lot
right,
of
we're pushing him too hard.
coaches. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of player coaches. Like Dre
Yep.
Bly was a sneaky good pickup. I remember watching him play. Like that's kind of crazy. Dre Bly, Banjo. Like we have players coaches on the roster. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what he's used to in Colorado. Former players that are coaches now. So I mean, I think that would be a great fit. Travis Hunter. I'm saying it right now. Travis Hunter. I want Travis Hunter on the Jets. I think that would be the good trade up if he drops to 5, right?
I can't see it happening. I think that would be the biggest flop and hit. Like,
man,
oh my gosh, that'd have to be the most embarrassing thing in history if like Travis becomes like a Hall of Fame player, and like you get like a Will Campbell who isn't anywhere close. Let me say. But I guess it also is like sometimes too. Like I think sometimes when you really need something, that's what really messes up your draft. Like that's why I hate going into the draft like really needing a position. Like I do think the Pats really do need offensive line. I don't think it's a good year to need that. That's why this is exactly why I really wanted to solidify our offensive line last year, because like we're in a position where we could still get and I don't want to say Tyler Warren's on that Brock Bowers level, but he's not that far off. There's a very, very major drop off from the last offensive tackle class to this year. Like Joe Alt is like if you put Joe Alt in this class, he'd probably be considered number 1 pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because of like you Olu, like I would say Olu is 1,000 times better than both these candidates, and that's coming out of college. So I would he would be considered like a top 5 pick at least. It's
Yeah, man,
just
that's
a
crazy.
completely different. Oh man, it's a different
That's crazy.
draft.
We don't. Yeah, yeah. It's honestly kind of refreshing to know that we don't have too many holes going into this all season, and like we can kind of, you know, kind of fill, like whatever we want or need to, and not based off like this is what we need right now. Like the draft with Sauce, Garrett, Jermaine, Brees, we literally filled like four holes we needed that year in one in 2 rounds, right?
Yeah,
Going into this draft, it's not we don't need a running back, a receiver. We could draft one in the first, we could draft one in the later rounds, we could sign one. It's
yeah,
options there. D tackle, I'm not sure really what we're doing there. Mason Graham actually dropped today that he had a good meeting with the Jets, so that was cool to see. Um,
yeah,
Mason Graham would be tough. I'm not sure what type of defense we would run under Glenn, but I'm assuming it would be Quinn and another D tackle on the field at the same time.
yeah,
But we can this 7th spot, we can really go anywhere with it, right? We can
yeah,
really go
yeah,
anywhere with it,
yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
And I
yeah,
mean, granted, I'm biased only because and it is also I understand we have a defensive coach, but I still believe it's an offensive league, and Glenn, much like Salah, has been uh like kind of grown on the fact that he can develop players. Like
hmm
I think one of the really great that like getting Quincy Williams to play like he was as like he was cut from the Jaguars and he was a
yeah,
waiver pickup. Same thing with John Franklin Myers. Like that's just really great player development.
yeah,
I kind of hope we get the same thing with Glenn. I saw him do it with a lot of players in Detroit as well.
hmm
Um, with that said, like I get it. You take a guy like a Mason Graham, probably could have one of the best defensive in the league, but if your offense is really
Jeez.
bad, it means
Yeah,
nothing. Which honestly, it really comes down to how good of an offensive coordinator Tanner is. I think
hmm
that's going to be 90
that's
percent of the questions going into next season.
that's gonna be the thing, man. And it's hard for me to imagine him, one, not wanting a mobile quarterback, just
Yep,
because of where he came from, and uh, two, not wanting to have a great running game, being like from where he came from, right?
yep,
Because it's like coming from Gibbs and Montgomery. You saw how, I mean, he was there, right? Like he knew uh firsthand. Even though he was the passing game coordinator, he saw how much a running game helped out the passing game. So, I would assume that, we get back to our roots, ground and pound, and, like we really get the ball rolling with that for sure. Like back again, because Brees not having 20 carries in a single game is kind of crazy, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's
But
kind
I
of
think
crazy.
it's just that was just the like I didn't think we really had a plan for offense last year. It was just kind of like
hmm
we were just out there playing and hoping that things would glue together.
Yeah.
Um, but I think we were strongly missing a cohesive, like actual scheme. Like
Yeah.
I felt like we were literally just coming up with random plays and running them and seeing if they work. And it
hmm
was mostly like again, it was just the Rogers show. And then it's nothing like sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But the issue was when it mattered, it didn't work
Yeah.
because it seemed like the defense kind of knew what to expect.
Right.
And Rogers is a smart quarterback. It's just that's just kind of where their league is. There's so much stuff going on that no one player could generally take that on themselves to go and scheme that stuff on the fly.
Yeah. And hindsight is always 2020. And now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
it's like, dang, we were really on the Rodgers train. Like whatever he wanted to do, like if he wanted to pass it, he's pass, like run the ball. Like
Yeah.
it was never like it was never a base to our offense, right? It was
Yeah.
always on the fly. Like we don't need that anymore, right? We want
Yeah.
structure. We need structure. right? You know,
Yeah,
but yeah, no,
you got to save players from themselves too, because
yeah, yeah,
like I think Rodgers is the type of quarterback that, and I think it's a great quality to have, but it's like he doesn't mind putting down a show. Like he's like, I don't even think I have the arm for it anymore, but I'll throw 40 times a game if I feel like it's gonna help me win the game. Like I generally don't think it was due to lack of trying. I think
yeah,
it was just like it didn't work, and we no one. I don't know if just no one came with the idea, like hey, maybe we should switch things up. But it felt like anytime we switched something up, there was a huge spark, and then we'd eventually flatten out, and then it wasn't like consistent changes, and like I guess that's where a scheme kind of comes into play, where you have different um, plays for certain scenarios. So I
yeah,
don't think there was ever like a solid scheme there. But
yeah,
hopefully Tanner comes in with something, even if it's just the Lions offense. I'd be curious to see how that works. And I'm really curious to see like personally, I'd be really curious to throw a guy like a Tyler Warren with them, just because they've all worked with some top young tight ends, and
yeah, yeah.
both
You're right.
Scott Turner in the Raiders, and then uh, Hayden and Tanner over there with the Lions. So I'd be curious. Just throw them a tight end and see how they do.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, and you know, like we've been saying, this pick at 7, we can get so versatile. It's
Yeah,
scary, right?
yeah,
Like it's so many things we can do here, and that's what makes this draft a little more interesting for sure. But
yep.
yeah, I mean, first order of business though, signing Garrett Wilson. Um,
And Sauce.
yeah, and Sauce. And you know, speaking of Sauce, right? Speaking of Sauce, he's he's been he's been in the news a little bit lately. Not really,
Yeah.
but he has expressed his interest on returning to New York, right? And you know, we love to see the loyalty to the city, and especially verbal loyalty to the city, right? But it might be another reason he wants to stay in New York, you know. Uh
Yeah,
let's drop this up here.
you got it.
Whoa. All right now. All right. All right, see, all right. So look, what we're looking at right now is uh, you know, a couple people on the escalator, one being Sauce Garner, and the other being rapper Ice Spice. All right. Now look. We're not saying that this is the reason he wants to stay in New York, but you know, I mean, my man's is he's being escorted by the bodyguards with Ice Spice. It's kind of when like a line of stars together. I don't know, Sauce. I feel like we see what's going on.
Y'all know what's going on,
Damn,
and so do I.
that's
Hey
crazy.
man, hey man.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, and look, they could have been friends in the mall, going, just going shopping. They might have just met there at the, you know, same time, and whatever.
Same time on the escalator at the same time.
Yeah, escalator same time. They'll be like, yeah,
Mr. Munch
let's
himself.
yeah, let's go to a couple of stores, let's hit a couple of stores, whatever. Sauce is sauce. And Ice Spice is, she, is doing her thing. But hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on now. I apparently this was pictures from when they both had a little dinner date. And I mean, I'm not sure how celebrities try to be discreet with things nowadays, but they both posted a picture of what they were eating that night. And it looks pretty
the
similar to
plate
me,
is
man.
exactly like if you look at the white plate, it's exactly the same.
It's exactly the same plate, and
Yeah, the food
you
looks
know,
exactly the same too.
food looks exactly the same. I'm not sure are these paper plates right here. I'm not sure if this is like a home cooked meal or something. It looks like it.
Nah. That's a real plate. It looks like they're at a restaurant.
Okay, at a restaurant. So yeah, it's like all right, now we're starting to put the pieces together.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Hey man, ain't no hiding now, bro. We know why you want to be in New York. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, and that's fine. You like you say you don't want to keep secrets. That's why you're verbally open to, you know, s- openly saying that you want to stay in New York. Hey, bro,
I respect it.
I respect it too. I respect it. Ice
Look,
Spice,
man. All I ask. Ice Spice has been in those boxes with Taylor. Bring Taylor to a few games, get her on our side, and we good. We get the
hey man,
NFL to script it in our way.
I've seen Ice Spice at the Jets game, bro. I ain't
You've
seen
seen
her in
her
no
at this
Jets.
game?
Yeah, I feel like she's been at one before, but I've
Man, I
never
don't
seen
know.
her at a Jets game before. You know, one was on the team, so yeah, it's just like all right, how long you been a Jets fan for real? It's Sauce was drafted what 2022. It's been about 3
I was saying,
years.
when did she come up? I thought she kind of blew up 2023.
Yeah, no, I bet you like if you Google Ice Spice uh Jets game, she was at a Jets game.
Really? I
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see her in a picture with Woody
Oh,
himself.
see, I
Oh
done
wow.
mean the owner and everything, man.
Oh, wow.
She done pulled up the MetLife. Come on, man. She ain't
Yeah.
been a Jets fan her whole life. Why she at the game now?
Yeah. September 2024. Oh my.
2024. That's I
Oh, you
don't
know what's
know.
crazy? She has a chain that looks very similar to Sauce's chain too.
Man, yeah, go ahead, say that picture, upload it real quick. I don't
Yeah, let
know.
me try to see.
They might have been in the
Like
mall.
the way the dime. I know it sounds ridiculous, but the way the dimes are structured.
The diamonds are structured. It looks like some sauce, some a
Hold
straw.
on, let me get this
Diamond.
for the people.
Oh man, see, I'ma look
Hold on,
again.
actually, let
So
me. She also has one
it's
that's
fine.
like, because you can kind of see the what's it called a little bit better. Let me, because I don't want people to be like, yo, he's crazy.
hey, hey,
They're like,
sauce.
yeah, he's
Hey,
bugging.
I ain't blaming you, bro. You're in Jersey. I be New York with it. You know, hey, y'all both
Yo, look,
young.
I respect it, man.
I respect it. I
Get
respect
yours while you got. You the hot topic in New York right now. I say
I
get
respect.
yours. First, here's the picture with Woody.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah,
yeah. See, I had the same hairstyle.
yeah,
Married.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
this is this is 2024.
Yeah, this is September 23rd, 2024. At least that's when it was posted to Facebook.
Okay, so that's around the Patriots game, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely
Right
it's definitely
before.
the pass game.
But then look at the chain. I don't know if you can see it, but you
Yeah,
see how like the diamond, like the chain looks a
yeah,
lot like how Sauce's chain is.
yeah.
They got that from the same place.
Yeah, the Cuban link.
Yeah.
Cuban
But
link.
like
I don't know.
it's not just the Cuban link though. It's the way the diamonds are on. I don't know how to explain that, but like it's like the way the diamonds are on
Oh,
the Cuban link.
the diamonds dancing the same, man. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
They're dancing the same. I mean, look, sauce. I mean, look. Hey, she cute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta lock that down. You gotta lock it down. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I can't blame you. You got at the games. Like this could be our Taylor Swift type of moment here. So, this is what if this is what you have to do, and this is what you gotta do, right? Like if this is what's gonna bring wins, this is what's gonna bring New Yorkers back in the stadium. Do what you gotta do,
Gotta
bro.
do what you gotta do, man.
If you got a munch, you got a munch.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I respect it. Like I said,
Yeah,
so get yours, man. Get
yeah.
yours.
You got a munch, you got a munch, man. So, but yeah, no, we got about 10 more minutes. So, like I said, if y'all want to come on and drop your live takes, come on in the chat. Tell us what you think about this off season. Who you want to draft? Who you want to be the quarterback? You know,
Hi, Jesse.
yeah. What's up, Jesse? Click that link in the chat. Come on, tell us what you think. Hey, if not, we can talk about Ice Spice all night. That's cool. It's cool with me. But
You know, you can't be talking about men's girls.
hey, man,
That's crazy.
she part of the family now. That's what it look like.
That's
She
crazy.
part of the fam.
That's
She part of
crazy.
the fam now, man. So yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
No, that is crazy though. I mean, we don't really have a lot of like, I don't know,
Yeah, we
people
got a lot
like
of fake
they-
fans.
yeah.
Like I'm looking at it's crazy. I'm looking at the now I'm seeing the like official Ice Spice photo. Like that's taken from the Jets website. And like
Mm,
that week 3 game, I'm like, there was mad people that showed up.
mm.
There was mad people that showed up. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
see
no,
y'all
no, no,
ever.
no. Jets have a lot of fans in the public eye. They just like to stay in the darkness.
Drewski?
You know? Okay, no, Drewski, no.
Like, come on, bro. I was like, I didn't even know he showed up.
I didn't know that either. He must have just been in New York or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
nah. A Boogie with the hoodie.
Oh, well,
He
he's
had
a Jets fan. He's a Jets
he-
fan. Yeah, he's from New York, and
I know he's from New
his
York, but I ain't never seen him post anything for the Jets.
his. I mean, he's not gonna do that, but his kid likes sauce. I remember they had
That
like
would make
linked
sense because
up.
he had the number 1 jersey on.
Yeah. His kid likes sauce, so
Okay.
you know, it's
All right.
it's
I'll give him
some
that.
it's some links there. You know, 50 a Jet fan.
Who?
50 Cent.
Oh, 50 Cent. Yeah.
Mhm.
50.
He's
Yeah, I
always
knew
there.
50 was. Yeah. But he never really gonna show up like that. But just a lot of people
Yeah.
that just they be showing up whenever the shit just are looking decent,
Hmm.
and then they get real quiet when things go dark.
Oh yeah, that's how. Hey, those fans are just like us in a different way. You know, we're just a little more loyal because we're not in the public eye. But somebody who's who's in the public eye, they're not gonna support losers. As much as we're gonna support losers.
Yeah,
Behind the
like what happened to
screen.
Sexy Red?
Oh, you know that was just short lived. Because of that
Yeah.
one little hard knock summer. That was it after
Yeah.
that. She ain't know. I don't even know where she's from. Where's she from? I don't like that was just a PR
The
stunt.
streets.
Yeah, she's from the street. No, that was just a PR. It might be Atlanta or something, but that was
Streets
just a
somewhere.
PR stunt because because of that whole ski summer.
Yeah, I know.
So
But it's
yeah,
still
no, that's
like I hate when people come in claiming they Jets fans. Like you can go through all the pain we done went through.
nah.
Like, we've gone through a lot to get to this point, and we
They ain't
still
doing all
ain't
that.
getting nothing for it.
If anything, they're like the players on the team. Like Sexy Red definitely came to that one game. It was the Bills game last year when we won in overtime because of the whole hype of Hard Knocks and her song
Yep.
and all of that. That was the only
Yep.
reason.
Yep.
She
Yep.
ain't- she will never be at another Jets game again. If
Not
she
unless we
is,
winning.
yeah, unless we're winning. Unless we're winning, she'll pull that sauce jersey back out and wear it. But don't let Ice Spice see it now.
Yeah.
Ice Spice
I
see
don't
it.
know if that's gonna go well. There's gonna be some random. Just if there's some random beef between Ice Spice and Sexy Red, we know what happened. We know the real story.
I will know right away. I will know right away
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, we know the real
That's funny.
story. Because she was all up on sauce too then.
You said what?
I said like Sexy was all up on sauce at the time too.
Oh yeah.
I remember
and
everyone
then
thought they were gonna be together.
and then this year, Ice Spice pull up to the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wearing that. Man, look,
I
We'll
will
see
say
how it
that's
goes,
some
though.
incredible game by Salsa.
It was.
It's very swift.
Oh, we got crack on nuts back in here.
Oh, we got somebody?
No,
Oh,
crack on nuts.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
one of our biggest trolls. Here we go.
Awesome. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know, this time he's not wrong though.
Yeah.
we
1 to
do
16 is kind of crazy though.
1 to 16. That one's a little too far.
1 to 16 will get us Archie though. So I can't even be mad at that.
I
1 to
can't.
16 will
Honestly,
definitely we
I
will
don't
definitely
think I
get
can go through
Archie.
that season. You know what's
We will
crazy?
definitely get Archie for 1 to 16.
If we do all that and we get Archie, I can live with it. But if we do all that and Archie says I'm staying another year, honestly, I don't know what I would do myself at that point.
That'll
Be very
that'll
dark
be
times.
that'll be a dark time.
Oh my gosh, what do we even do in that case? Like, how do you
I
look your
don't
coach
know.
in the eye?
we
I'm just
literally
going one.
we
Yo,
literally have to do like we have to be following what's going on in college, and like our scouts have to literally be on top of it. Like if we look like we're dipping, we have to like be tapped into what Archie is gonna do, how he's playing. Like this has to be a joint effort. Yeah.
she already
That's
went
why.
to a Jets game.
Yeah, she was already there. Already there, buddy.
Sucker.
Already there in the suite. In the suite. In the suite with the chain on.
Caitlyn
Caitlyn
Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn would play quarterback. I'd try it out.
Yeah.
I
Receiver.
mean, what do we
maybe?
got to lose at this point?
Receiver, maybe. I mean, she was a track star.
Yeah, you know.
She was an Olympian.
Oh, yeah. Option play her and Brees.
Yeah, she was an Olympian. So I mean that could
Jokes
work.
on you once you start winning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry
I'm not
about
gonna
it.
lie, that shit would be a flex though.
Caitlyn
That would have to
Jenner.
be the biggest as a coach. That's probably the biggest flex you could ever do. Turn a whole organization around with a person that wasn't even playing quarterback ever before in their life.
Yeah, that would be that would be actually crazy.
That's the biggest I'm him as a coach moment.
But yeah, I need Justin Fields though. I need Fields. I don't want Cousins. Worst case
You don't want
scenario.
even if it was Vetman?
Nah, I don't.
Damn.
I don't. Just because I feel like I don't know. That's just a bad. It's just a bad mixing right now. You know, I'm not sure how much I don't want that.
Kirk Chains?
Oh man,
I'm not gonna lie. He has his
Chainz.
moments. He has his moments.
He does, but those moments have dwindled every year.
Yeah,
And it's
like
and it's, and
he's
it's,
definitely.
it's
You know what it
so
is?
telling.
It's like you know for sure the ceiling is playoffs. Like if he has a great year, you're just hoping you become a first round exit.
Mhm.
That is like a great year. But
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
say, like, I get that. Like, I generally don't like getting a quarterback with the goal of it being a first round exit. Like that should never
Yeah.
really be your goal. If that's your goal.
Right.
You're already on down the wrong path.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially with a quarterback like that you know you're not going to have for multiple years. That's honestly
Yeah.
it's the whole reason why I was okay with moving on from Rodgers, because I was like, if we have a really great year, we are out by round 1 or 2 with Rodgers.
Right,
Like
right.
that's like assuming everything worked. Like you know for sure, no matter what, you're not getting past the Bills, Ravens, or Chiefs unless major injuries just so happened on all 3 teams.
Yeah. And you know, all quarterbacks don't end their career with the Super Bowl. You know, like it's not
Yeah,
going to be a fairy tale ending for everybody, right?
yeah.
You know, so like
Peyton
that's
barely is, to be honest.
yeah. Apparently, yeah. Peyton got carried that
Yeah,
his last year, but like I mean, I guess you can say Flacco's still playing, but like
Flacco don't count.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Tom kinda
Flacco
got
he had his runs, but
Yeah,
I mean, I can't imagine he's still playing right now with desires to be like the Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know.
yeah. But here we go. Real question: would you trade up for Sanders in the draft or grab a vet QB?
I'm grabbing a vet.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Honestly, I was just talking to somebody about saying I think he would be perfect for the Giants, in my opinion. Like
Mhm.
draft order aside, I do think he'd be perfect for the Giants because I think in New York you already have all the craziness. So I think Sanders bring crazy. Like it's not going to bring any more craziness that there already isn't there.
Mhm.
But on top of that, it's like I think he'd make it exciting enough to where David would at least get 2 more years to kind of figure things out. And then
Yeah.
if he didn't figure out how to develop him by that point, pretty much everyone's gone anyways.
Yeah. Sanders. Yeah. With I think, like you said, his best fit is the Giants, and just because you know his first year, uh, he can be scapegoated, uh, because if they don't do well, they're probably going to get a new coach, and it's going to be somebody that kind of meshes well with Sanders and what he's trying to do. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I
And
think
say he
Sanders
already
is
has a bad O line, so he kind of already knows.
he kind
Like,
of yeah
literally, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of perfect for the Giants. Like, they have a
yeah
terrible O line that's he's used to that already.
yeah.
He can
They've
kind
got
of
one
he'll
playmaker.
just carry. He'll just one playmaker. That's perfect for him. Like
Yeah,
it's basically just continuing where he's at right now. And then
yeah,
probably what they would probably do is eventually fire Dable and bring on Dion, just to make it like a real circus show.
yeah. Probably, or
That
just
would be insane.
yeah, that would actually be crazy.
Oh my
But
gosh, I can't
I could
imagine
see
that
that.
shit, man.
I could see something like that happening for sure.
Yeah,
But
it is sad. It's like I could see it, but like it doesn't make me like it anymore.
yeah,
Like especially like when people are like, "Oh, that's what we should do." I'm like, that's not what we should do.
yeah.
That's like I don't know.
You
Like
know.
especially when like we were just talking about how we didn't like Rodgers because of the circus. They were gonna bring in another guy that
Mm-hmm.
brings on honestly more of a circus than Rodgers did. Especially like Rodgers, like he's subtle. He like everyone talks about that Mike Williams thing where he like kind of subtly was like, oh, he didn't follow that red line, but Sheridan actually called some players out in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like there was that whole Twitter scandal before the season about like there was one of the players that apparently didn't make the roster or something along those lines, and Sheridan was like, I don't even remember him anyways. He must have been trash. And it's just like, bro, why are you starting shit on Twitter? Like you're the quarterback, bro. You're supposed to be like I don't know. I think when you're looked at as the leader, especially the coach's son, like that kind of holds you to a higher standard.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't know, bro. Like Shador's cool, but I don't know. I'm good on adding him to our roster. Got another question. If you had to choose between Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, who you sign out, I think this is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. I'm taking Fields, 100%.
Yeah, even if you
Yeah.
think Russell Wilson is the better quarterback, it's
Yeah.
just Fields has more upside. At the end of the day, like again, Steelers made the playoffs and were a very quick first round exit with Russell Wilson.
Very quick.
But I will say I think there's a reason why the Steelers don't want either one of them back.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I still would take Fields just for the upside. I mean, he did still go 4-1.
Yeah. I mean,
And plus he's played with
but
Garrett before, so it kind of helps
he's
keep
played
that.
with Garrett. He's
percent.
played with Ruckert, and
Yeah.
like we were saying earlier, we add Olave to that mix. We could be the New York Buckeyes for all I care. I really don't give a damn. I really don't give
And
a
that's
damn.
exactly why you go Tyler Warren, man. You get Tyler Warren and eventually get Olave. You probably have like, oh my god, just imagine that. That's a fun team. Even if we're not good, it's a fun
Tyler
team.
Warren.
It's a fun team.
Tyler Warren. We might have to drop a post about that. Tyler Warren. That's an interesting take. For us to come out of the draft with Tyler Warren. One of these.
Especially if somehow you can trade back and still get him. I think that's probably like the best move you could do in this draft.
I think that's the only way we should get him is if we trade back. If we can like get some assets.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he might not make it out the top 10.
Where did I mean Bowers went like 13th last year, right? He went after Olu for sure.
Yeah, but it's a different class. Like that was a very strong first round last year.
Oh yeah, right.
Bowers would go top 7 in this draft probably. I'm not even joking.
I wish
That's how
Bowers.
different of a class this is. Like you got to think like that class had what 4 QBs going to top, and then in the first round, like there were what 1, 2. There's like 4 QBs that went before Bowers.
Yeah,
I don't even like. I'm not even sure there's 2 QBs that go before Warren at this point.
I wish Bowers was in this draft because we'd be in the perfect spot for him.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, I think yeah, I would do. Man, Dak Prescott.
Listen, though,
I wouldn't want his contract.
Yeah, like he's rich.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pay all that.
I don't think he would have enough. I don't know if he'd care enough to really turn around the organization. Like, I guess I'd have to like sit down and talk to him and see like, how do you want to end off your legacy? Like, is this something that you're really passionate about? Like, turning around this team? Is this going to be a lot to turn this team around? And if he just kind of comes in like, yeah, I'm just like, I'm just going to be me or whatever. Like, that's not going to turn things around. So
maybe you forget like Amari Cooper. I'll be open to it, and he's open to a pay cut.
But yeah, but Amari Cooper's not the same player still. So I don't know.
He's not. But I was just
sadly,
spitballing.
Yeah, like take like contract away. Like obviously, I think Dak Prescott, I would take him as a player by himself. But I think it's the contract, and then just like where he's at in his career. I don't think he's really in the mode for helping turn a team around. I don't even know if he's really that type of guy for the Cowboys right now, to be honest.
Yeah, they got some questions over there.
They have a lot of questions,
Dallas.
And they have a lot more solidified pieces like superstars. Like CD is a superstar. Micah Parsons is a superstar.
Mm-hmm. They gotta pay them boys.
Yeah.
Edward, I agree with you. We need a young stud quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether that's in free agency or in this draft or the next one. The Jets need a young stud quarterback, and we're gonna have to keep swinging on quarterbacks until we find one that can last us throughout his contract. All right, that's gonna be that's gonna be the determining factor. We have to find somebody at quarterback where we sign him, and once his contract is almost over, he has done enough to that point to where we have to or need to extend him. Right. So that's where I want to get. I want to get to a point where, we like somebody so much that we want them back. Right. Because the past 10 years has been, we can't wait until this guy's contract is over. Let's get him out of here. Let's move on. Let's start over. Let's do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, if we want to go really take a shot, this is my last one. If we want to really go take a shot, I had to look it up just to make sure I wasn't going crazy. I mean, I don't think he's up for sale, but maybe. I would call the Colts about Anthony Richardson and see if there's any way we can get him off their hands. Because it seems like they're almost ready to move on. I know a lot of people feel very iffy about him, but I will say he reminds me a lot of Josh Allen when he was younger. Like Josh Allen was kind of the same exact way. It was a lot of lows, more lows than there were highs, I would say. And then you gave him Stephon Diggs and kind of everything pretty much kind of turned around. Plus, also he just had a really big jump from year 2 to year 3. So I'd be curious to see it. I'm not gonna lie. Like if the price is right,
I mean, Anthony Richardson. That's like kind of in the same realm as Justin Fields.
No, it's not.
He might just be he might just be a little slower, right? But he's definitely a better passer than the Justin Fields.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Anthony Richardson is like literally going to the lottery and buying 1,000 lottery tickets. It's like you have no clue. Like either you're gonna be a millionaire or you just spent a whole bunch of money for no reason.
Nah, he might end up hurt though. Like he might. Anthony
Like I said, either
Richardson.
you're a millionaire or you
Yeah,
end up
yeah.
having lost a lot of money.
Yeah, he'll definitely end up. He might end up on IR by week 7. But you know, at least he made a 80-yard bomb pass on the dot. But he's like a poor man's Cam Newton. He's like a poor man's Cam Newton, and
Just he has intangibles, man.
he has them. He has them. We've
He
seen
has
him.
all the intangibles. He
We've
just
seen him.
honestly, if he just got his accuracy to a solid place,
Yeah,
man, I'm pretty sure it'd be a whole different story with him. But I'd
yeah.
take the chance on him. I still think that you if he you give him some
I'll throw
solid
a fourth.
guys.
I'll throw the Colts a fourth.
So you thought the Colts were fourth in the draft?
Yeah. I'll throw him
Nah.
a fourth round pick for
Oh, throw
Richardson.
him a fourth round pick.
A
I'd throw him
fifth.
a third. Throw him a third.
Third? You know, third.
They took him with the third overall pick, so I
That's their
feel
fault.
bad.
That's their fault. We took Zach Wilson with the second overall pick.
And that is our fault.
Ain't nobody that was our fault. All right. Ain't nobody trying to feel sorry for us.
Yeah, I know everyone was talking about Joe Milton possibly getting traded. I think.
Yeah, I had people in my DMs.
I doubt the Pats would ever trade him to us, though.
That's what I was saying. I had a lot of people in my DMs saying, Joe Milton, they might trade him. I'm like, he's not going to trade them to us though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm optimistic, but I'm not that I'm not that positive.
Our
Like,
best bet is
it's a robbery.
I think our best bet is like going to a team and saying, "Hey, look, like let's say the Pats are like, yeah, we'll give them up for a fourth round pick. We'll be like, we'll give you a fourth and a seventh if you get him and then trade him to us." So basically, you just get a free 7th round pick.
If anything, that might be like a draft day thing, like a on draft
Maybe
day.
I don't see a world where Joe Milton ends up a Jet, having him being on the Patriots right now.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that is not going to happen. It has to be. He has to go somewhere else, and we have to get him from somewhere else because there's no way.
Yeah,
we are. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get Joe Milton from one of our rival, teams in our division.
Yeah,
at that.
Either that
And we need a
or they
quarterback,
feel really poorly about him.
which I don't think
Like,
they do.
Yeah, like they'd have to basically be so sure that he's not that guy.
Mhm.
But honestly, you never know because the Patriots do have a certain way. I was like, I didn't think a guy like Joe Milton was ever going to become their quarterback anyway. So
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I'm sorry for everybody who wants Joe Milton, all the Jets fans who want Joe Milton, but I'm here to tell you it is not going to happen.
yeah, or you're gonna have to overpay for him. Yeah,
I
wonder
know
what overpay looks like. He was a 7th round pick last year. Honestly, people are like, "Oh, I throw him a fourth." A fourth is technically an overpay.
Yeah, fourth is an overpay because he showed you one game where he played okay.
I'm like, because he just like you have such a small sample. Like I remember we were talking about what's that quarterback from the Browns? Everyone was talking about him for a while. Man, what's his name? The one from UCLA.
The quarterback
On the
Hundley?
Browns right now.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Yeah. Like I remember he had that, like his rookie year, he had a really great preseason, and everyone was talking about trading for him. And the Browns like, oh no, we never trade him. And then look at him now. I don't even think they could get a 7th round pick for him.
Yeah. See, it's I don't know. It's just I don't know. How do we feel about Jameis?
No. Keep saying no. No one listens to me.
I like Jameis.
I know you do. I can't do it.
I like Jameis. Jameis is that guy.
Oh, sorry. Real quick. To answer this, I don't think the Patriots say no. Unless there's somehow a better like a close offer on the table, I highly doubt the Patriots will know this because this is a crazy overpay.
Yeah, no, what?
But like again, it's like how highly do you really
that.
feel about him? But that's again, he was a 7th round pick for a reason. So I want to make sure he was a 7. He was a 6, right?
Who?
Joe Milton. He was either 6 or 7. I don't know. No, it was 6. It was 6.
It was 6'6".
Yeah. But yeah, third
They
is
must get you.
definitely enough for overpay to get it done. Probably. You know what's crazy? He wasn't like honestly. I thought he got I thought he was underdrafted. Like I generally thought he was going to be like a 4th round pick. So when I saw him there in the 6th, I was like, wow, that's a pretty solid steal.
Yeah, Jameis.
Because like a lot of intangibles.
Yeah, no, he has all the intangibles. Milton has all the intangibles. Yeah, I don't even want to entertain that next comment because we're not signing Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah, I'm not entertaining that. But going back to Jameis. You're looking at a playoff team bat. What type of play? When was the last time Jameis was a playoff quarterback? Honestly,
I mean, he be winning games, man. That's all. I mean,
what games has he won?
I mean, no.
Am I watching the wrong?
Let me take that back.
I'm watching the wrong games.
Let me take that back. He doesn't win games, but he makes them entertaining. All right, I mean, but what team has he really been on where it's like he has pieces like he would have with us? Not really any.
I don't know if we can say we have pieces like that. Like I could understand if Jameis was a winner at some point, but like at no point has Jameis ever been like a winning quarterback. So I don't know why you would expect any. Like personally, I don't know why you would expect anything different now.
I mean,
like I'm trying to go back. His 5,000 yards. His 5,000 yard season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he do for 5K.
Won 7 games.
But that was with
talking about the 5,000 yards.
That was with
Mike Evans
mid team
and Chris Godwin. That was not mid. He had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Who else did he have? Did he have Doug Martin?
Tom Brady took that same team to the Super Bowl.
He didn't have Doug Martin. Yeah, no, I mean, look, Jameis, he's just that type of guy. But if we're not looking to, I mean, and granted, our coach did say at these press conferences that we are trying to win games now, and that's our mindset with everything.
Yeah, and he wants winners.
Yeah, he does. He wants winners. He wants to win.
Talking about Steelers game. That was the only. Sorry, Jameis as a starting quarterback last year won 2 games. That was it. Actually, I'm not sure if he started that Baltimore game, but I'll give it to him.
2 games is crazy, but I would like it would be entertaining to see Jameis on the side.
It would not entertain me. I'm not
even as a backup. Even as a backup.
No, it won't. And honestly, I love Jameis. I genuinely do think he should go into media. Like I think it's his calling. I just for me, I could not see him
might as well
go out there and you see that one guy he's over there talking a lot while we're over there getting smoked. Like we're getting our ass beat, and he's like, come up with these speeches. Like, no, I don't need that right now.
Imagine how pissed Garrett would be if we're down or if it's like an important drive and Jameis throws a duck to Garrett and it gets picked off. Imagine how pissed Garrett would be if Jameis comes up and starts giving him one of those speeches.
Yeah, honestly, Jameis type. Honestly, don't get me wrong. If I was very unserious about football, I would love Jameis. But I generally feel like Jameis is the type of person to throw the ball incorrectly and then go to the receiver and yo, don't worry, you can catch that one next time. Yo, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Jameis is the type of quarterback. He probably pissed me off if I was playing with him. If I'm in a very serious mode. Because sometimes when you're trying to be very serious, it's hard when someone's making a lot of jokes and stuff like that. It's okay when you're winning.
Yeah, Jameis already said he had mentioned during the Super Bowl that he was in the huddle with with somebody or whichever team he was on. He was in the huddle, and as he was calling out the plays, like the tackle like busted out laughing because of the
Yeah, they
way he
say
was.
like the linemen be laughing sometimes, like the
Oh
way he
my
calls plays. But it's like to
bro,
me, like I generally to me, I'm a very serious competitor. I really don't like that type of
yeah,
stuff. Like I think it's great for media. It is terrible in an actual game. I'm like, yo,
yeah.
bro,
I
come
think
on,
I
bro.
I think I think if you're on a winning team where he doesn't have to do too much, then yeah, sure. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that,
yeah,
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 like
yeah,
that's a good pick me up when
yeah, yeah, yeah.
when we're up
I'll give you that.
17.
Yeah, like
But
honestly, if we had like let's say the Aaron Rodgers thing did work out and we had a winning team and we said, all right, let's bring in James as a backup, I'd be 100% cool with that. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I think it would make like the preseason fun and like God forbid Rodgers did go down, it's something to
Mhm.
liven it up. I get it. In our
Yeah,
situation now, where it's like we're trying to change a whole organization around, I can't do it. I can't.
yeah,
I need some
yeah,
serious.
yeah. I need somebody to lock in with me.
Yeah, let's get some Tommy cutlets.
Okay, yeah. We're just throwing out names now.
Yeah, it's getting too
We're just
late.
throwing out. It's getting too late to be thrown out. Next name is gonna be thrown out is Johnny Manziel.
Ah, damn, bro.
I'm
Coming out of
good.
retirement to save the
Coming
Jets.
out of retirement. See, yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, yeah, we're coming up on hour and a half. As we wrap it up, I guess my final thoughts. I'm excited to see this combine. I want to see some of these players that we highlighted tonight. Mason Graham, one of them. I'm not sure
Mhm.
who isn't or who is going to be participating, but Will Johnson, Travis Hunter, those big names. And I'm gonna be watching these like backup quarterbacks in these combines too, because I feel like it's a lot of chips on a lot of these guys' shoulders. A person you like Dylan Gabriel, uh,
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch him, see how he performs, and I'm excited to see who are the different players that we interview as well. So combine season is upon us, and the draft will be here before you know it. So yeah. What are your final thoughts? Going into this combine week and the official start of free agency and the off season that we've all been looking forward to.
Yeah, I'll double up on what you said. I'm really excited to see the quarterbacks. I think there is a lot in that kind of middle range. Like you said, Dylan Gabriel, Powell, you can add in Will Howard, Jalen Milrow. I know a lot said Kyle McCord,
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Ewers. Like I think there's a lot of guys that you kind of look at like, oh, they could be in the right situation.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see who we end up with. So it kind of starts with the combine, but then in the next couple of weeks, it's already about to be March. So I'm saying like
Yeah.
literally about 2 weeks, the new year opens up, and it means we can start sending some free agents. So I think we'll get some clear answers on like free agent quarterbacks. Like if we get a guy like Justin Fields, so a lot coming up.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
really hope we get Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight. Gonna be back again next week. Going over some of these combine results, and hopefully we got some cool free agent news and rumors. I know this is the time where the rumors are gonna be swirling like a tornado. So yeah, lock in with us. Appreciate y'all locking in with us tonight.
And rifled down.
Oh my goodness.
Lit up. My goodness. Quincy.